Right, so here we are at the beach. Have a go at the surf. Absolutely beautiful. All little beach bars you've got along the front here. Absolutely cracking place to go for a nice sunset. And you know, if you're an old romantic, it all goes very well. You can sit down on a deck chair, and you can hire the deck chairs for about 50 to 70,000 dong. And then you come across. And I'm going to talk now about building. And when you come here, you're going to see a lot of cranes, okay? A lot of cranes, a lot of building. In fact, there's bloody building going on everywhere, to the point that I wake up, you know, at the bar we finish about 1:32. Wake up about 8:39, but certainly waking up a lot early at the moment because of the amount of building activity going on here. All right, so when you come here, you've got to be super careful about where you rent. All right, so from a rental perspective, the big problem comes that if you rent in an area where there's a lot of building going on, you are dead set going to be waking up with all the building activity. So when you come here, as I said, always rent a room at a hotel somewhere. And that's one of my favourites there. I'll show you now. Right, that's the M Hotel. Love the M Hotel. A lot of people like the M Hotel. Bit of luxury for the first couple of days, and just beautiful, beautiful food, beautiful people to work with. M Hotel. So then you come to Da Nang and you see this, all right? Crane after crane after crane. So Da Nang, they're looking at, and have a go at this for a little food cart. This lady sells every day. She does good. Say hello. And then you've got all this going on here. So in two blocks we've got about 3 cranes, okay? And it's a lot going on a building perspective. This little building here, it took about 3 months to get going, okay? 3, maybe even 4 months to build. And I'd hate to have lived around here because the noise would have been horrific. So lots and lots and lots of apartments going up, which of course is going to keep everything cheap for a long time, all right? But in the meantime, there's a hell of a lot of noise, and that's something you got to do. If you're coming here on holidays and it's bloody noisy, you got a problem. So there you go, down there, another crane working away on that building, and it's more of an Australian type construction with steel girders, and that's the finished product they've got here, which is Barrett Urban. All right, nice little centre coming on here. Lots and lots of Korean stores here. Koreans come in and they come into Korean buses and they stay at Korean hotels and do all things Korean. About 20,000 Koreans living in Da Nang. All right, we've got quite a few thousand Westerners coming in here, and most of them stay in this area here, which is what we call Mona. There's Mona Lisa there, nice hotel. So they all stay in this An Tung, sort of My An area, and people come along, and of course you've got this type of construction going on here. All right. So a lot of building going on everywhere. Hey buddy. So building. So when you arrive, the trick is get in, get a hotel. We'll just stop talking for a minute. Okay, we stopped talking there, but looking down here, there's building on both sides of the road here. All right, and move along here. More construction going on down here, and of course people always see the wires. So So you've got a 110 volt system here. So it's a pretty safe sort of a system. But still bloody lot of building. But in this Mayan area, you've got all these little hotels here. Golden Lotus Luxury. Another Golden Lotus up here. Puma is another nice little hotel. Of course, my favourite is the Mona Lisa one. If I was going to stay here, that's where I'd stay. Bloody good rates there. And of course, you've got this. This is Muntang. This bloody monstrosity here. I actually use that as a focal point to know where I am in Da Nang. It's that big. I'm sure the bloody earth is buckling underneath. But the amount of shopping, restaurants going on here. I remember when I first came here 10 years ago. This whole place was empty. Everybody just went to Hoi An, as they do. And but you got your nice shopping places now. Mostly Westerners and Koreans. Of course, the Vietnamese don't shop there. This is another Mona Lisa here, owned by the same people. And everywhere you've got these little corner stores, right? You can buy everything you want in those little corner stores. They're sort of like mini Woolies. So we'll just cross here and try not to get run over. Of course, they try not to hit the big white guy. It'll bend their bikes too much. Because if you've never met me, I'm about 2 metres tall and 150 kilos, so although it would bend me, it'd probably bend them a fair bit too. So here we go, another concrete truck waiting around. And in fact, you know, the noise has got so bad in my place, I've decided to move somewhere else. It's just ridiculous how big the Mona is. And you get lots of spas. Spas, restaurants, spa, restaurant, spa, restaurant, spa, restaurant. That's what's in all these streets. All right. And you've got another concrete truck. He'll go around the corner. We'll stop talking for a minute. This is for the building that's going on up here. So up here is another one that's gone up. And usually you find blocks of land here are 5 metres by 20 metres, so every block's 100 square metres. You'd think they invented the decimal system, I'll tell you. So another coffee shop, apartments, spa, right? Just one after another, really. And if we go down what was my street, so these guys have been going for about 2 months building this place. And this is, we'll go down my street where I am living and soon won't be. The Nav's Hotel apartment is there. But this place here, right, the noise starts. The noise here starts, just there. The noise here starts at about 7 AM and goes through till 6. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse, I'll tell you. I've had a bit of a gutful of it, I'll give you the drum, but this is another Mona Louis Mo here. This is a beautiful hotel, Louis Mo. So, when you're coming here, I wouldn't have any trouble recommending Louis Mo as a place to stay. All right. This one here Proliferating, it's just opened up. I don't know what it's going to be like. It was, people have just finished it. It's been sitting unfinished for a long time. You'll find a lot of apartments and blocks in Da Nang because of the Chinese exodus after COVID were like that. People have spoken very, very highly of this particular hotel. We'll go and have a look. Okay. And this is Lagom Antung. I've heard good reports about that. I've had a few mates stay very cheaply at Samatha. It's not Samantha, it's Samatha. And again, people have looked at it very well. You've got a haircut place there, you've got a restaurant on the other side. And we'll just come down and finish off the video now down here. But again, if you're looking for a spa or looking for a restaurant, and as I said the other day, you'll never see me eat, and you don't want to see me bloody eat. But when you're coming here, your allied health is really important. And just get in touch with us and we'll give you options on where to go to for optometrists, where to go to for dental, where to go to for physiotherapy, the better spas in town. So how can you live that better life here in Da Nang and keep healthy, and particularly for people sort of 50 to 80. I met a guy last night who was 70, 80, and I tell you what, he probably had more going in him than me, so let's not doing that. So thanks for having a listen, eh?